Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ashley and I live full-time in this Toyota Hiace van that I have self-converted. Now, if you haven't watched my videos before, in February I cut 2 roof vents because I went through a Brisbane summer and it was 45 degrees inside and I said, no more. So I cut holes in the roof. And from February to now, however many months that is, it's leaked every single time it's rained. I'm not talking like a sprinkle's fine, but anything more than like a sun shower.
Nana, come here! Come here, Nana, come here!
It's leaked. Specifically, it's leaked on my bed. I've made extra videos about it. I've made shorts about it. And now it's time to fix it for real. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first step in doing anything on the roof of the van is to take off everything. So I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roof racks on here, 2 for each thing. So I have 2 for the awning, 2 for our solar panel, and 2 for like a roof rack cage thing that I use for extra storage when we're traveling between camps. All of that has to come off, which between me and Elise is a pretty big undertaking, especially when we start with the rack thing. It has to come over the front of the van, so it's always super scary because if we drop it, we've smashed the windscreen. And look, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have the money to replace my windscreen, so yep, that's always scary. Ready? Yep. So, like any long-term couple attempting to do something mildly dangerous to the car, which is our house, remember. We started off with like a 15-minute argument about how we were going to do this.
Telling me that I'm wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying anything.
You're saying I'm not understanding it.
No.
And that was fine. We had like an hour break from each other, and then we came and tackled the problem. So my plan for this was to like carry the cage off, take the first roof rack off, and then kind of I would hold it, right? And then Elise would kind of like bend like this over the windscreen and then kind of lift it off. That was my plan. Needless to say, that didn't work. That didn't work at all.
Yeah. Are you good? Yeah. Continue. Alright, hold it there. Up. No, just pull. That's it. Okay. Now you, I think, can stand here. Oh shit. Are you still moving? Yeah. Mine's out of it. Mine's in the funny air. You're holding it in the air. What do you want me to do? Just put it. Now what do you want? So come and take some of the weight just here around me. Put your arms around me. Go lift. And I've got the weight. Just let go. All I do. So take the weight around me.
Around you, what does that mean?
So stand behind me real close. Yep. I can't hold weight like this. Just stay like that.
I can't. This is not a position where I can hold anything.
Okay.
I think you're just going to have to stay there. I'm going to slot in front of you and hold the bar.
I think that's going to be harder. I know. Go. Okay. I think swap, and you just hold this.
How is that going to work?
Because it's attached to the roof. So just hold the awning. Don't need to lift. I can't. You're lifting. Just ready, can you? Alright, ready? Okay.
We did end up getting it off, but I think it was because, honestly, just sheer determination and will is the only reason we got it off. We ended up both on each side. I feel like the roof rack is the heaviest thing, so I was really glad when we got it off. It was pretty painful, I'm not gonna lie. It was a struggle. So then straight after that, we go into the solar panel. Now this solar panel is not like a regular put it on your car, put it on your motorhome solar panel. This thing is like almost 2 meters long and about 1.5 meters wide. It's like a warehouse solar panel. It's a SunPower Maxon Performance 3, I think is the actual determination of it. Look, there'll be a link in the description if you want to check out the exact solar panel I've got. Either way, great solar panel, love it, delicious. But boy, is it heavy and is it hard to get off.
Oh. Which side? You want this side again? Yeah. We're just continuing the drag. Yeah. All right, ready? Ready. Tell me when we're close to the edge. Where's the cable doing? Is the cable going over? No. Yeah. Okay, pull. Okay, talk every time you pull, not just once. Hold it for a minute, I need a break. Yep. Have you got it? Yep. I'm letting go. We've been doing this for too long. We need one person. How far are we going to grab? Can you do that now? Oh, fuck. What does that mean? Like, what do you mean? How? Go this way. Towards the van. Okay, are you ready? Yep, let's do it.
Oh, I forgot to mention, the most hardest thing about taking things off is everything's like interlocked with each other. So the way the roof racks are organized, right? It's cage, awning, cage, solar panel, awning, solar panel. So at each point we have to like lift something over the awning. So to get the cage off, we have to lift up and over an awning roof rack, like one of those things. And then we had to do that for the solar panel. Hold. For the solar panel. So someone has to climb up for the solar panel specifically because there's space after we get the roof rack off. The roof rack, we kind of just have to manhandle it up and over. So the roof rack, Elise is at the back, I believe, holding it. And then I climbed up on the roof and then lifted it up and over, put it down, then quickly came back down the ladder, and then we lifted it off together.
What are you doing? Lift. Ah, stop! What the Sorry, I didn't communicate. What Ashley?
That was fine, relatively easy because we did the same process for that. After that, the awning's pretty easy because the awning weight is just on one side. So the other side can kind of just like come along with it. So that was fine. So finally, mind you, this is all happening in a heat wave in Kempsey, which, because I'm at my dad's, has the space and the place appropriate for me to actually do this to my van. So I'm talking this particular day that we did this, it was about 3 p.m. when we started, and it was about 35 degrees, I believe. And at that kind of temperatures, I'll put the Fahrenheit, whatever, in there. And at those kind of temperatures, that's all we did that day. Because of course, they're like, slow life. There's no way I'm doing everything in one day anymore. There's just no way. So, had a good sleep, storm that first night, wet bed because the roof leaks, and now there's nothing protecting it at all. So that was fun. And then next day, it's roof time. Yeah. It is. Oh, that's hot.
How?
Now, look, you can call me a dum-dum, but these hatches are not actually proper roof hatches. They're just hatches that are supposed to let water in. Not supposed to, but like they're not designed to be waterproof, if that makes sense. So that's honestly probably why I've been having so much problems. And I don't want to hear it that, oh, I should have got this, should have got that. I know, but this is what I've got now, and this is what I have to deal with. So, shh. So, first port of call, undo the screws. And then after that, it's kind of, because I've used Sikaflex, I've used a 221 Sikaflex, and I think my major problem with the 221 Sikaflex that I've used previously is that it hasn't been as movable as I've needed it to be. So there's a bug here. So as the car has been moving, bouncing, whatever, been moving the hatches up and down, there's been flex on that Sikaflex, and it's exceeded the movement rating of the 221 Sikaflex, which to be fair is only like 12%. My bad, I've learnt more about Sikaflex. So we kind of had to cut around the edge, and I didn't do this neatly, as you can probably tell. So I cut around the edge, and then just with pure raw strength, just lifted up the hatch. Now the fun part is we've got to remove as much Sikaflex as possible. Otherwise, I'm kind of just doing mistakes on mistakes, or correct, how do you say that? Or just like, I'm fixing something on top of a mistake, which isn't really how you want to start properly fixing an issue. So we took off as much Sikaflex as we could. Yeah, well, maybe we should just get you Sikaflex. Elise ended up being a lot better at that than I was, and now she has a numb finger from it, which has been 2 days. I think today is the third day that she's had a numb finger from kind of like pushing like chisels, Stanley knives, all of that sort of stuff, trying to get this Sikaflex off. So finally cleaned it all off. Fantastic. Now, my brilliant idea was to use flashing tape. Butte flashing tape, this stuff. And let me spin it around. So I think it's used for like putting like around chimneys and stuff, openings in roofs. And I have an opening in a roof that keeps leaking, so I thought this would work pretty well. One of the instructions says it has to be clean and dry. I'm doing my best, but I don't think we're going to get it spotless. I kind of figure worst case we can just like put another layer on the outside. Now, I think flashing tape is going to do the job fine. However, the idea that I had in my mind is I was going to, with the sides of the hatch, attach it to that, fold it upwards, and then go up and over. So there's kind of like a lip, if that makes sense, of flashing. However, it kind of wouldn't go in the hole. So I had to cut the corners so it would lift up and then fit in the hole. And I feel like that may be a mistake, but we'll see how we go. Now we're going to go around. So then after that, I've put, it's a Sikaflex brand, but it's 11FC Pro form. And so I think this one, I know this one has a 35% movement rating, which is considerably over double the movement rating of the previous one. Cooking with gas, you know what I mean? So here I am. So I put that under all the gaps that I could see, and then I secured it in place. So I drilled it all in, and I used bigger screws, and I added 4 more screws to each hatch. Fantastic. As I was screwing it down, the Sikaflex bloobed out. I don't know how else you would say that. It bloobed out, but it did. So then over the top of that, the next day, was it the next day? Yes, it was the next day, because I wanted the Sikaflex to cure a little bit. Okay, so far it's all looking pretty good. We are just going to add some extra flashing, kind of like over the top areas, and hopefully that's just going to help kind of add a barrier to it. The next day I put more flashing around, and I've kind of done my best to cover any gaps that would have been there. That includes things like going around the back of the hatches. Hinges, that's the word I'm after, hinges. So around the hinges, I've kind of put this, I've put the flashing on, and the flashing actually has a reasonable amount of movement to it, as you can see in the B-roll that I'm going to show you. It doesn't look pretty, but I think it'll work pretty good. Let me show you what we've done. So, it's still, I ended up sealing up the hatch here with like, just like one sheet of thingy, because it can still come up. It's still got like a little bit of flex to it, you know what I mean? And because we usually have the solar panel up, it's not like this can come all the way up anyway. It only comes up to like here. So I thought that was a great idea. I did this little thing around the corners of the hatch. Okay, so I've made this like a little bit here, and that little gap is going to go like around the hinge of the hatch. Let me show you. Because I was worried that if I was going to have any kind of spot that was going to leak, it was going to be in the corners. So I've tried my best to like secure everything up, and then we repeated that on the next hatch. Okay, so you've kind of seen what we're doing, and I think it's going to work, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm starting to get frustrated at doing this now, because this is what, like the 4th time I've done this, and I'm sure you guys don't want to see it 4 times. And if you do, just go back like a couple of minutes, pause the video, play it again, and then you can watch it 4 times. Just do that, pretend I've done it 4 times on camera, and then you can have the true authentic experience. If not, if you're like me, you don't have the patience, just continue on. So all is good, right? Perfect, yes, looks great, I'm happy with it. I'm like, this is the final time I'm gonna have to do this. Brilliant. So, next day. Next day is the hottest day that I have had since having 45 degrees in the van. It was 38 degrees. That's right, 38 degrees. Just in the air, that's like not inside or anything like that, just standing outside, it was 38 degrees. That's when we decided to put everything back on.
Come on. Oh, yours is sliding backwards. Let go. Let go. Your side. Okay, so just come and hold here.
As you can see, everything's on, so we did it pretty well. There was a few bits that got a bit scary, especially with the roof rack bit. Here we go. So we've gotten everything back on, and I don't know about you guys, but in Australia, if you have like a 38, 40 degree day, 9 times out of 10, you're in for a pretty rough storm in the evening. So that's what happened. We had a really rough storm in the evening. And we're like, fantastic, perfect. This is the perfect time for us to test if it leaks. I was so scared, so scared. So I'm like sitting inside the shed that we've kind of been using as an extra room for the van for the 3 weeks while I've been doing the farm stay. And I can't even look. I can't even look. So I get Elise. I'm like, Elise, you got to open the door. You got to open the door and have a look. And you got to tell me, like a Band-Aid, just rip it off. Tell me if it's leaking. She opens the door, turns around like this. I couldn't believe it. The front hatch leaks more than it has before. Good news is though, the back hatch, which is the one that's on the bed, doesn't leak at all. So I've clearly done something a bit amiss on the top hatch, which I'm going to have to fix up. I think I know what it is. I think 1, I haven't done the corners properly. 2, I think that there's a little gap where the flashing, because I don't know if you guys know this, but on a Toyota Hiace, there's little bumps, like little boop, 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 boop on the roof. I don't really know what they're for. I think it's I think it's a wind thing. I think it's a water thing. I'm not sure, but either way, there's bumps, right? So I think I've done the flashing a bit too tight on the bump. And so the bump is like here, right? And so the flashing sits, and there's like a little gap on the sides, I think is what I've done wrong. So I've got to fix that. But I got to be honest with you, that's been the week in van life, is just trying to get this fixed. I am really happy that I don't have to worry about like a bed, like on my bed getting wet in the rain. There's nothing worse than waking up in the middle of the night to like nice pitter patters on the roof, van life, picturesque moment, right? But then you hear of the water dripping on your doona, sleeping bag, mattress, dog, nana, whatever. There's nothing worse than hearing that and waking up to a drip on your bed. It's pretty horrendous. So look, at a minimum, I'm happy taking the win that the front one leaks and the one over our bed doesn't leak. I'm going to take that as a win and call it a day. I am going to have to get up on the roof and fix that. And if you want to know how that goes, please follow me on Instagram. I'm going to show you if that works or not. There'll be links in the description if you wanted to check out the Instagram and find out if that has worked, when our next rain bout is. I'm about to get on the roof and do it now. So we'll see. But thank you very much for watching. I appreciate yous. If you like van life stories, real van life, drips, mess, and everything else in between, subscribe. I do my best to put out videos every week, but you know, everybody has ups and downs, and so do I. But yeah, stick around. I'm sure you'll have a good time with it. All right, goodbye. Have a good time. I will dry while I sleep, but water will drip on me when I go to the toilet in the rain now. It's like a reverse bidet. Would that mean that I pee on it? No. Maybe a reverse bidet is not the way to think about that. I could shower while no. No, that's not a good one either, is it? Maybe I'd just say bye and we just talk to each other in the next video. Yeah, okay. Bye.